and sit down.
Oh, hello and welcome to another North Wales side-by-side video. And today again you find me in my 2020 Yaris Hybrid Dynamic. I just thought I'd bring you along on my history of Toyota cars. We need to go back 22 years, year 2000, when I decided to jump from Fords, Vauxhalls, Hillmans, Talbots, Opels, Volkswagens, Audis, Mitsubishis, them type of cars that I'd been running up until that point. My first Toyota that I ever bought was a Mark 1 Yaris, and it was a 1.3 SR in a really nice dark blue. I didn't buy it new, I bought it at about 6 months old, and it had about 4,000 miles on it. Old gentleman had bought it, said it was too fast for him, so he part exchanged it for a new 1 litre. I put 40,000 miles on that car, and I only ever had one issue with it. I'd owned it a couple of months and I heard a funny noise under the bonnet coming from timing chain side of the engine. Went back to the dealership I'd bought it from, which is Premier Toyota in Llandudno Junction. Spoke to Russell about it, Russell Jones, their service advisor, and he came out, he listened to it, went back in, got a stethoscope, came out and said, yeah, it's water pump. We've never had one of them go on one of these. So they changed the water pump under warranty. All was good with the world. And then in 2004 I fancied a T Sport, so I found a Yaris T Sport in Thunder Grey at a different dealership. Sold the SR. T Sport had about 60,000 miles on it. Again, it wasn't new, and I ran that for a few years. I put about 140,000 miles on that car, and the only thing I ever changed on that, funny enough, again, another water pump, one set of discs on the front, one set of pads on the front, and I changed the rear pads because I was doing the fronts. And other than doing an oil and filter change every 5,000 miles, I looked after that car myself. Properly enjoyed that car. It was a really good car. And I fancied a change, and I actually fancied a hybrid, but I wasn't willing to lay 25,000–30,000 pounds into a hybrid. So I found myself again in Premier Toyota in Llandudno Junction. I think it was about 2010, maybe 2011. They got a 2006 Gen 2 Prius with about 50,000 miles on the clock, which is very little. So we did a deal and I took the Prius off them, and that never gave me any issues. I put over 100,000 miles onto that car, and I was there one day having it serviced, wandering around the sales, all the cars outside, and they'd got a really nice Mark 3 Yaris Hybrid in bright red. like the Ferrari red. It was a really, really nice red. It was only middle of the range, but I wasn't bothered. Again, the price was right. It had 22,000 miles on it. It was one of their cars from new, one owner car. So I did the deal there and then after I'd got my car back from service. A couple of days later, I'm in the 2012 Yaris Hybrid. That car never ever let me down. It was brilliant. We had one incident with that car where it was parked outside the house one day, and it wasn't parked on my drive, which is unusual. I'd left it in the road, and I come out to it one morning and one of the neighbours had reversed into the side of it in her RAV4 and squashed the two doors. She left a note, and that went through the insurance. I repaired the car. Again, I took it back to Premier Toyota, let their body shop do it. They put two new doors on it, repainted it. Car was as good as new. I let them look after that. They did all the services on that. And then in about 2017, I again took car for a service, and I'm wandering around outside, and they'd got a 2016 Mark 3 again, Generation 3 Yaris with the facelift, white XL. Price again suited me, mileage suited me because it only had 6,000 miles on it. Gentleman had bought it. He'd now got to the stage where his health had stopped him from driving, so he'd taken it back to Premier. Did a deal on that car. So that car was 6 months old, 6,000 miles. Genuinely nice car. Really well appointed car. Part leather trim. Looked smart. Looked really good in white. I put over 100,000 miles on that car as well in the next 4 years. Only ever had 2 issues with that car. They were not mechanical. One was my fault, partially. I was reversing up my road one day. Somebody was reversing out a drive, and it's a blind drive. She never saw me, I never saw her. I reversed into the side of her car. All that broke on the Yaris was the rear bumper. So I took that down to Premier Toyota, let them put a new bumper on it and paint it. At that point I'd already ordered, because that was 2020, whilst we were in the middle of COVID, I'd already ordered the car I'm in now, which is my Yaris Dynamic. I've had this since September 2020. I've got 44,000 miles on this car now. I've had 2 issues with this car. No accidents, just 2 little issues with it. One was at about 16,000 miles, where if you imagine a normal engine, you've got your flywheel and your clutch. Well, that assembly on the Yaris Hybrid, or all the hybrids, Toyota called a damper plate. Well, my damper plate went faulty, and it flagged up a couple of codes on the screen. There is another video on the channel about the incident. Took the car into Toyota, they diagnosed it. That was a Thursday afternoon, gave me a courtesy car, said they'd have to keep the car for a couple of days whilst they got all the parts in for it. They rang me up on the Friday morning, said we've got the parts coming, they'll be here Monday. I was watching the car on the My Toyota app on Monday afternoon. They'd finished the car, they'd rebuilt it, all the new parts were on it, and they'd gone and test driven it. Tuesday morning, rang me up, your car's ready. So that was fixed under warranty. And then I've got this issue at the moment with the telecomatics, which is neither here nor there. Cars stopped talking to the My Toyota app. It won't update the fuel, it won't update where is my car, but it's still updating the journeys, which is really strange. And I've got a red light up by the interior mirrors on a permanent basis. Found in the handbook a description of the system, and it does state in the handbook there is a backup battery to operate the telecomatics, and the battery life is 3 years. I know my car's only 2 years old, but I've got 4.5 years worth of mileage on this car, so it's probably about time for the battery to pack up. Car's booked in for the 20th of October, so it can go in. They're going to do the diagnostics on it, let me know what's wrong with it, and it's all going to get covered under warranty. Hopefully it's just the battery. Go away, fly. But in the meantime, March of 2022, which is this year now, I ordered a GR Yaris, and I ordered it in ash grey with the bitone black roof, and I ordered it with the city pack. So I'm hoping to get that car, I'm being told, tail end of November, early December. You can see a trend here, 22 years, and I've had SR, T-Sport, Prius, two Mark III Yaris hybrids, a Gen 4 Yaris hybrid, the one I'm in now, and I'm about to take delivery of my 7th Toyota, a GR. So you can see the trend, 22 years, I've had 7 Toyotas on the bounce. That's how much I like my Toyotas, that's how much trust I've got in Toyota to make a car that is thoroughly dependable. I don't care what manufacturer you go to, Toyota back up their cars like no other. What I mean by that is, if you remember the original Aygo, when it first came out, you could buy the Aygo as a Toyota, a rebadged Citroen, or a rebadged Peugeot. Toyota did a recall on the Aygos, a problem with the springs in the seat, and they covered that, all of them that had the problem, under warranty. And you got to remember, the Peugeot and the Citroen are the same car. Peugeot and Citroen would not cover that warranty under their system. They said there was no problem. All these cars were made in the same factory, using the same components. Can you see where I'm coming with this? The backup of Toyota is second to none. You won't get that off another manufacturer. Nowhere will you get that warranty backup. Not even with the same car rebadged from another manufacturer. They will not honour the warranties. Toyota will. Plus on all the new Toyotas, 10-year warranty on a car that's transferable to the next owner, and the only stipulation is you go and have your 10,000 mile service done at a main dealer, have your service done, you get the extra year's warranty. So if you buy the car with 5, and every time you go and have a service, 1 more year's warranty, up until a maximum of 10. And that's bumper to bumper. That's how good their warranty is. That's how much faith they've got in their cars. And you can see why I buy Toyotas. Admittedly, they weren't the most exciting cars in the world, but they've changed. These Mark IV Yarises, even the hybrid form, they're properly quick, they accelerate well, they go up hills extremely well, they're good on the motorway, they're comfortable to drive, massively reliable, and you've got Toyota's backup with their warranty system, and they will look after you. That's why I buy Toyotas. I need reliability, I need a car I can trust, and I need a brand of car I can trust. Once again, please hit the like button if you like this type of video. Please consider subscribing. I'm looking forward to getting the GR and showing you the GR, showing it its features, giving you a walk around it, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy that car. Thanks again for watching one of my videos, and have a great day. Thank you very much.